Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here at Target Trading Academy with today's Micros Market Recap. It is Wednesday, June 21st after the New York close. Let's get right into it with micro oil. We opened slightly above that close, had a little run up to that HVA edge, hit it, responded, got to the close, and then those buyers started stepping in and drove it higher. You can see the response around those HVA edges, and they fought that contract high, but ultimately they did break out and make new highs on the day and in the contract. Remember, we just finished the settlement from yesterday, so we've got new values that we're looking at. As far as gold goes, gold opened below its low. Never really quite got to it in the pit session. They opened below the low and then just kept trying to push down lower. Ultimately, buyer stepped in around 940-ish and drove it up. You can see the response at these HVA edges and these contract lows that we had marked the night prior. So ultimately, we did finish net down on the day, and then the aftermarket had finally got to that close. So those guys at the end, they finally drove it there, but doesn't really count. We never got to it. As far as our equities go in the ES, we're just taking a look. We did open below the close. We barely just got to it, got back to that value. So we opened below the close and just started driving down. It was a slow, grinding, methodical move. Plenty of opportunities at this edge here, or this HVA here, I should say. It was just ping-ponging along it all day long. And then it wasn't until around 2:30-ish that we got to the close and then came back down to these to these values in the bottom HVA here. So not a lot of a range expansion. In terms of the NASDAQ, where we opened and where we closed, we never got back to our close value from the day before. We opened, went sideways for all intents and purposes, and just after that, the sellers kicked in and started driving it lower. The NAS was definitely trying to lead the way on bringing the market down, while the Dow today was trying to get back towards its values that it wanted to. Ultimately, it was more of a split market and slow and choppy, but what can you expect? We're getting a little bit thinner volumes in the summer, which can happen, but that doesn't mean there aren't any opportunities. You just have to be a little bit more patient at times. With that said, we are finishing net down in the NASDAQ, in the ES, in gold, and positive in oil. If you're interested in learning more information about these areas and how you can get them onto your chart the night before, or if you're interested in learning the methodology, feel free to reach out to us as well. We are Target Trading Academy. You can find us on Facebook or go to our website at targettrading.co. Get in touch with a consultant at either location. They'll gladly show you what we do in our rooms each and every day. You'll see for yourself why we are the #1 trading education company in the world. Look forward to having you there.